Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. This is another Drivecast. In gear. Rocking and rolling. Something is wrong with the car. Something is wrong. Something is seriously wrong with the car. Really didn't want to move from standing to going there. It's when I'm soft on the pedal. When I'm soft on the accelerator pedal, it coughs and splutters a bit. Don't be soft. There you go. Problem solved. Hello, police car parked halfway across the road. Arrogant SOB. And I don't mean shortness of breath. That's the way it goes. Is there anything more beautiful than autumn forest colors? Is there anything more vital and refreshing, inspirational? Perhaps a cold shower. Perhaps. So, Drivecast today has a series of themes that I would like to discuss. Something that's been on my mind a bit today is incentives and rewards, and how much they play an important part of the game of business, education, personal development, whatever you're doing. If there's no incentive, which is usually a reward of some kind, then people very rarely do something. This comes into a simple business play with the principle of getting people to sign up for newsletters and getting people to opt into systems. You need to offer them something. Usually it's download this PDF of life-saving tips, which are usually quite terrible, and I cannot believe that people still fall for that. I mean, I've researched it. What do I mean? I registered with a couple of sites and downloaded their materials to see what they were offering, and it was terrible. It was treating people like they were morons, and I can't believe that people who download this thing are happy with it. Why are they happy? Are they happy because they get something? They're happy because they just get something. They're not worried about the quality of it. Because I don't get it. And usually what they download is only part of something. They need to go and invest money or time to get the rest of the information. Everything is a hook that leads to another hook that leads to another hook. The greatest fishers of men are the marketers, the marketeers of the modern world. And I was thinking about this because I was watching my son and my daughter play a computer game. It's a computer game application thing on their tablet, and my son was saying, I need to get more stars, I need to collect more rewards points. And that sparked off the thinking about how if there's no reward offered, there's no incentive offered, then nothing much gets done, because very little exists just for the sake of existence. Because that would be nirvana, right? Absolute happiness. So there's something in it. I'd like to think that we could disconnect ourselves from this principle of reward and incentive, but we can't. Why do people work? Because they're offered a reward for their work. Why do people form families? Because there's a benefit to it. You can do more with shared wealth than you can alone. And you can have great experiences and kids and all the other beautiful things. Why am I driving a car? Because to get to the reward, I have to pass through this series of processes related to my business. It offers advantages. Is there any system where no incentive is offered? I guess if you were playing around or experimenting with something for your own self-serving satisfaction, there might not be any sense of reward offered there. What do I mean? I mean, I don't know, say you've got, let's take a childish example. Say you have some Lego and you're building something out of the Lego. I guess that could be just for fun. I guess there are things that do exist outside of the spectrum of rewards. Or not many things, though. That's one of the things that puzzles me about wanting to build a new business. It's the idea of fishing around for customers and hooking people and reeling them in to the systems, preparing front-end marketing and back-end marketing, which is far more devious than it sounds. What do I mean by that? Well, you give people certain offers to get them in, and then when they try to get out, you also give them offers to try to convince them to stay in. Or you even make it difficult for them to leave. You know, have you ever tried to close a bank account? It's not really that simple. They really don't want you to leave, and then as you're closing, they try to offer you these other great opportunities that they never even talked about before, because they want you to stay there. Incentives. Why do people form friendships? Because there are rewards to friendships. It's not in any sense negative. It's just that through connection and sharing and diversity, we can grow. As we experience variety, we experience the different spices of life that add flavor to our experience. So those are my thoughts about rewards and incentives. They're not innately negative. They just don't fit into my worldview. It's like a lot of actors are not really that interested in, you know, the awards they offer, the Oscars or the BAFTAs or whatever country you're in, whatever they're doing, you know, the film festival prizes. They love their craft, and creation is the reward for a lot of artists. Besides, if you spend your life waiting for praise, you might be waiting a long time. It's like a line from a song that I wrote years ago when I was in a band. And I'm pretty sure that I've mentioned this before, because the great lines never go away. They always hang around in the back of your mind. Waiting for someone to tell you they love you is like waiting forever. That was the chorus. Anyway. Rewards and incentives suggest that you can plan everything. It suggests that there's a certain level of certainty about what you can expect to happen. It does raise a lot of questions about how well you know the world and the people around about you. Is everybody moted by the same moted? Is that a moted? Is that when you build a moat around somebody? Is everybody motivated? That's interesting. Motive, motor, emotion. Anyway, motivated. Is everybody motivated by the same things? Are there different actions for the same reason? I don't know. Is everybody motivated by the same thing? Peer pressure. Fear of physical punishment. I don't know, it's just random things going through my head. Peer pressure, like, what do you mean you haven't been drunk yet? Or I don't know. Isn't that understanding the journey? Still so many things that I don't know. Still so many things. It's a quest for knowledge. But not a conquest. Not for me, anyway. I like the win-win scenarios. Although I did listen to a podcast a few weeks ago that said be very wary, aware, careful of people who say they're looking for win-win, because it's an attempt to make you drop your guard. I don't know, you have to know people well. Before you can trust them. Oh, but they are your friends. They were your friends. Like, who said that? Just because somebody said that they were my friend does not make them my friend. I'll explain why. Because it takes years to get to know people. You know, why do some people not get married for years? Because they don't know the other person yet. Because you have to understand a person's values. You have to understand a person's priorities. You have to understand a person's perspective on the truth. And then, if all of these things align, there's still no guarantee that friendship is going to develop, because you need some level of common interests. So, and then you need something sustainable in the relationship. You need some system or method through which there's going to be some kind of contact happening. Oh my god, I'm yawning. It's only the middle of the afternoon and I'm yawning. I guess the 3-hour jog this morning must have taken its toll on my body. I feel my back a little bit. Well, if you can feel it, then at least you know it's there. That'll be true. That'll be very true. Trying to turn left, and I'm caught in the endless flow of Sunday drivers. I wanted to go straight to the office, but I know that I'm not going to survive a couple of hours in the office if I don't pick up something to keep me focused and keep me going. So it's off to the super duper market for some juice and a snack. To take care of my snack attack munchies, which I'm going to get a bit later on. Does that make sense about reward and incentive? The reward of going to the office on Sunday is that things are much clearer for me on Monday when I go in. And I need to clear up a few things. I need to get myself on track, keep myself on track. In fact, I don't know, time will tell. Time will tell how things work out. I made a very odd decision yesterday related to my business. I'll see which direction it takes me in. At least it's nice to have some control over the direction. Freak that I am. Dude, it done. I will speak to myself again soon.